Greetings towards my Century Galaxy, it's the Century Man here. So this is my review of Loki, Series 1, Episode 1. The title of this episode is called Glorious Purpose. So it's been 2 months since I wrapped up the review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I don't think I'll review all the Marvel Disney Plus shows, I don't think I'll be on the same level. Not all Marvel Disney Plus shows are going to be on the same level as WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You're going to get some shows are going to be a hit, and some shows are going to be a miss. So some shows I'm looking forward of this year and probably next year, but really the rest of this year, you got Loki. I was looking forward. I was looking forward for. Don't know about WandaVision. I was like, give it a shot. Yeah, I was looking forward for Falcon and Winter Soldier, like that, and also like WandaVision. Looking for this show, Loki. I saw the trailer of What If. That looks like a good show. That'll be later on in the year. Hawkeye, don't know. She-Hulk, they announced it. Mark Ruffalo's in it. Professor Hulk, don't like it. I don't like that character in Endgames. I'll get to it down the road. She-Hulk and the new Marvel Disney Plus shows in the future. So let's focus on Loki. When they announced they're doing a Loki show, I was go yes, because I like Tom Hiddleston's portrayal as Loki, because he's self-proclaimed swan song. It was supposed to be at Infinity War, but he appeared in Endgame in the time traveling sequence. You got like Cap, Hulk, Tony trying to get the some Infinity Stones. I'll get to review Endgames in a couple weeks' time because I'm almost wrapping up, reviewing all Phase 3 movies of the MCU, wrap up the MCU movie review series, because I have to review, Captain Marvel, Endgames, and Far From Home. We haven't got long, so anyway. So when they announced Loki, I'll go yes, because the story, all about the show, it's all about Loki, kind of like ruined like some kind of timeline. He took the Tesseract, He got kidnapped got arrested by the TVA, that's the Time Various agency, He looks like he's running for mayor in the future episodes, I saw the trailer of the show, I can't wait. And, when I saw the first episode, I just watched it, liked it. We got about, I think it's on, the episode, the show's like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not like, but like, I'm talking about episodes, because Falcon and the Winter Soldier had 6 shows. This show's got 6 shows. I think like What If's got 21 episodes. That's later on in 2021. WandaVision had 9 episodes. It started in January, ended in March, about 2 months. Anyway, so you got we got Owen Wilson in this this show, plays as Mobius. Before we get to that, let's get to the beginning of this episode. So basically, Loki took the Tesseract. He landed in some desert in Mongolia, and I said to myself, it's kind of odd and weird that I never knew that Mongolia got deserts. It's not really, I never knew they got deserts in Mongolia because it's near China. It's very weird, very odd. How Loki go there. You saw some like local people said I'm Loki from Asgard. They couldn't speak what language. They couldn't speak the English to speak their native language, and then he got kidnapped. I kept saying kidnapped, but got arrested by the TVA, the Time Various agency. Because they got the Tesseract. He's going after they're called, I think they're called Minutemans. Or hunters. So basically one of the hunters put like a collar on Loki's neck and clicked, like, he kind of hit him in the jaw. His facial expressions are so fucking funny. Like, the funny facial expression for Loki was in Avengers. He made that special, not special, but this facial expression in Avengers 1 when Hulk kind of swing Loki like a hammer. And he got that with the gas go, like, he did that same expression, facial expression in Ragnarok years later. It's like, you know, it's I kind of popped for that, and also he went to, yeah, and also every time Loki trying to kill in this episode, every time Loki's trying to escape or even trying to kill somebody, you end up I really call it time twisters. They keep pressing this gray button, not gray button, gold button, this gold button, and every time, yeah, every time, yeah, like Loki's trying to escape or going to kill somebody, you end up getting time loop. It looks like he traveled back a second before he made the attack. It's kind of good. Anyway, so and he did, Loki did it onto that guard. There's only one fight sequence scene in this episode with Loki and this guard. He put the collar on on the guard, did the loop, and he say stop. He kind of testing out the button, the remote control for that that collar. Anyway, so yeah, like get back to the part, yeah, he got stripped off his clothes. Basically, this machine robot, kind of stripped him down, melts off his clothes. That's what was it? Loki says Asgardian leather, and say, hold on a minute. And also, I'm really impressed about his physique. Tom Hiddleston. He's never like this skinny dude. I didn't see him more. I thought he's more skinny because he's never like. I don't think he's not meant to put some muscle for the role as Loki. He's not there for the strength. He's the god of mischief. He's not compared to Chris Hemsworth. He's built like a fucking shithouse in those movies. But with Tom Hiddleston, he looks in a good physique. He had a good physique, Tom Hiddleston. But anyway, so we had this one scene. There was I think like some receptionists, and every time Loki says something, this guy says sign there, and then he signed, and he went to another room with the basically with the if you go to an airport, you get the metal detectors, and a small, I don't call it midget, but a dwarf, this little small man said about, oh yeah, if you're not, just please acknowledge the fact if you're a robot or some organic creature, cultures call it has a soul, and Loki says, how do you know if people were robots? And he said, how don't maybe I was robot, but I don't know. And that guy says, oh, you're just gonna get burned. You got burned from the inside, from the outside. So I don't know much about the TVA. Yeah, I don't read a lot of comics. Not really a comic book fan. I do watch superheroes on TV in cinemas. I read some bit, but not a lot. Like I said, I prefer watching superheroes on television and in cinemas, whether it's DC or Marvel. It's same as Harry Potter, I don't read the Harry Potter books, I prefer watching it on TV or cinemas. Actually, haven't been on cinemas for nearly a decade, it's been over for almost a decade. It's definitely Hallows. Yeah, you got the prequel, the Fantastic Beasts films, but another story for another time. Anyway, so, and also there was like a cartoon called Miss Minute, and also in the end, in the post-credit scene, the end credits, the actress voicing Miss Minute is Tara Strong. I watched a lot of like cartoons back in the day, like Very Odd Parents, Teen Titans, Ben 10. The first one, not the reboot one from right now. She's a good Harley Quinn. That's a good one. I played a lot of like Arkham games. She's a good voice actress. Tara Strong. It has its like the image, the color of the Miss Minute cartoon in this episode. It looks like it's from the 1960s or 70s. If you watch like an old school Scooby Doo show or Tom and Jerry. Flintstones, Top Cat, those old school cartoons, it talks about like the timekeepers and the sacred timeline that Loki kind of like, just really like really kind of changed because in the motive for Endgames is the future moving on to reveal in the future that they're gonna get the Infinity Stones before Thanos did, before the events of Infinity War, because this is the Loki from 2012. The MCU always fuck up the timeline. A great example in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Because after the Battle of New York in 2012, and then fast forward to 2020, 8 years later. Well, is it 8 years later. It was just like, holy shit, man. Well, 6 years later. But yeah, they always fuck up the timeline. You know, incorrect, misplaced the timelines. Anyway, so see, yeah, he went to court. You know, you got this guy not obeying the rules. He went to I think they were trying. Loki's trying to get the ticket. There's one guard in the start of the queue. Says, wait, ticket please. I don't need a ticket. And then a few minutes later, they say, ticket. I don't. Ticket please. I don't have a ticket, and he got fucking vaporized. I think they call it pruned. Why they say pruned? Because pruned is a fruit. It's a fruit. It's not like yeah, you're gonna get pruned. I don't get it. Why did you say vaporized? I don't know. Anyway, so the court scene. You basically, he's being cocky, Loki, but he wants to get home. He said about, this judge says if you're guilty or not guilty. I'm not mentioning the name. Not familiar with the comics, I'm a fan of superheroes, don't get me wrong. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's just what it is, But anyway, the judge says, are you guilty or not guilty? Loki says, yeah, I'm guilty for becoming a god of mischief, but, violated the secret timeline. He kind of pinned it on the Avengers. I think he knows about the two, travel through time. I'll get to that in Endgame, and the judge Loki said about, oh, you want me to go to you want me to eliminate them, or so like blah 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 blah, resource, something about like you send me resources, you want me to eliminate them, and this judge said, no, we're not here. The Avengers. We're not talking about the Avengers. What they do is good. What you doing is wrong, because, like I said, they're just trying to stop Thanos getting the stones before 8 years, or really 6 years before he managed to do that. Like I said, the timeline's so messed up. I'm not gonna get into it, but it said about Loki said about, I want to see the timekeepers, god to god. And I never knew about the timekeepers, I think Stanley, he had a Stanley cameo in Guardians 2. I didn't bring a lot of Stanley cameos in my recent MCU movies, reviews, I don't bring it up, Anyway, so, let's introduce Owen Wilson. He plays Mobius, and it's funny that Mobius is a planet from Sonic. In front of the Sonic the Hedgehog games and the TV shows, in the middle of reviewing Sonic X, one of my favorite Sonic shows of all time. For me, just me, People say Sonic the Hedgehog from the 90s, and also, I don't know about Sonic Underground. They are the top 3 best Sonic cartoons. But anyway, let's get back to the episode 1 of Loki. Anyway, so he plays by Owen Wilson. Whether or not Owen Wilson's gonna be in it, I don't mind Owen Wilson, he's an okay actor, I've seen some of his movies, like, I think he appeared in Marley and Me, I think he appeared in the Meet the Fockers, with, Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro, and Little Fockers, the sequel to Meet the Fockers. I've never seen Meet the Parents, that's the only movie I never saw. Shanghai Moon. That's got Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson. That looks good. But can't really find any movies he appeared. Drawing a blank here. I don't mind Owen Wilson. Yeah, Cars. I've got Cars. I've seen the first movie, but I haven't saw the sequels. Not a bit of the fan of the sequels. That's another video for another time. But he plays Mobius. He's not really a guy who's not putting up Loki's bullshit in this episode or throughout the show, because he wants to fix Loki, because Loki found guilty. He's about to get resetted. I don't know what that means. Is he gonna reset his memory, or gonna get pruned? I do not fucking know. I wish they explained it more in this episode about being resetted, or showing a clip Loki sees someone who got actually resetted. That's just me. But anyway, and before that, he's trying to kill this judge, trying to conjure up his powers. He couldn't do it in the TVA. He's just without his powers. He's just a normal human being. Yeah. So yeah. He said about he had some humor. Owen Wilson's character towards Loki, like, you're lie. That's a lie. You do like talk a lot. Toggly talk, and also. And that's before that, the elevator scene. This was in the elevator scene, and then also, Loki said about he wants to burn this place down. Do it. Yeah, he said do that in my office. I got an office. You can start there. And also said about this is nightmare. Loki says, and Mobius says about that's in another pond. You can start. You can burn that. Burn there. Whatever he said. And also. He laughed about the TVA Loki said about like something about like so your club knows the fate about existing people beneath these space lizards. I don't know if they're referring the timekeepers. I don't know. It's just like he just doesn't want to be there, Loki, and and also he kind of bust Loki's balls in it. And also he said about like I want to see the understanding, fearsome god of mischief. And I was like, he was bust his balls in this interrogation scene. He said, Loki, what you really want? Loki says, I want to rule. He name dropped Asgard, name dropped the Nine Realms. He He didn't mention Earth's name, but he said Midgard, and then Mobius said, aka Earth. That's the Loki. Because Loki's motive, the evil Loki, the old Loki, whatever you call him, is basically what his motive before the character development in Dark World and Ragnarok and Infinity War, before on the same page as Thor, is he wants to rule. And also there's some glimpses of Loki in previous movies, like in Avengers 1 and Dark World and Infinity War. We'll get to that a little bit shortly. So he kind of busts his balls. Says, why do you hurt people? Do you want, why do you make them small and afraid? And said about like, why is this person with so much range want to roll? And as a god, you do lose a lot. And then Loki says, you're the last person you said that to me. And then he kind of brought Coulson's death from Avengers 1. And to this day, they never bring back Coulson. Yeah, they brought him. He was part of the what's that show? Not Avengers. Sorry. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Sorry, I don't watch that show. I don't get the show. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. So anyway, he's never coming back. I don't know why. Is Clark? Was it Glegg? Was it Clark Glegg? Glegg. Sorry, Clark Gregg. The guy who played Coulson's. So far he's not returning in the MCU. He's played in the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. I don't think that show is still around. Maybe it's reruns. So anyway, so boy, anyway, I'm drawing a blank here. Anyway, so they brought his death up, and also he kind of sums up Loki's character. Mobius said about like you're not born to rule. He said like he's not born because like basically said he said Loki said born to rule, but he said Mobius said to Loki, you're not born to rule. You suffer people, you kill them. Basically, sum up Loki's character. You're just a murderer and a liar. That's basically his character is. It kind of sums up his character. Loki is one of the best villains in the MCU. And he said about like there's one scene like this is a clip from Avengers 1. Basically, there's Loki kind of stabs someone out with an ice gouger, and since you like it, you got that smile. I don't see something mischief. He's basically sums up his character, and the other Hunter, and also before the whole stuff with Loki, the associate between Loki and Mobius. Mobius appeared in. There's one scene they travel through France in the 1500. There's one guy trying to go after this young French kid, and this yeah, Mobius called this guard a the soldier, the hunter, um, an imbecile, and that hunter kind of like really replying French, like I speak every language too. He calls Mobius a jackass, and this young kid, yeah, point out the devil, something like that. Because they're looking for because their goal is solving a mystery, a murder mystery. That's basically the motive of this show for Mobius, going after who kills people, hunters. What's it called? Hunters, Time, Minuteman? I don't know. This is like, it's very fucking confusing, but yeah, this kid's like guns are blue, and I can't remember the name of he or she's basically eating like chewing gum. I don't know if it's reference from the comics or whatever, but because chewing gum haven't been invented until centuries later, I don't know what century chewing gum was invented. So it was invented about somewhere like in the Victorian time or something. I can't remember. I don't really know. It's somewhere in the Victorian times, like probably 1700, 1800, that type of mark. Maybe 1600. I do not know, but yeah. Loki got the Tesseract, yeah, and also you got this one hunter wants to one hunter wants to like reset Loki. Mobius don't want him. He wants to like change Loki, change his ways. Instead of like doing that, going to different like movies, from 2013, and also it brings up like the death of Thor's and Loki's mother. And Loki says, "Where is she? You led it to her." Basically he was associated with the dark elves. This was like 1 year because this show's in between Avengers, the event after the events of Avengers 1 to Dark World. That'll be in 2013. It's right down the middle. So I think it stick to the middle because the middle because Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's basically 100% a sequel to Civil War. Anyway, so yeah, basically there's a new character called what's it called, Casey. You got this cover. There's a meeting collab between Loki and Casey, and he basically Thor basically friend of Casey, like, give me the Tarak before I got you like a fish, and Casey says, why is a fish? And Loki says, how do you know you're not... what's he saying? I'm trying to remember the line. Oh yeah, Loki said, oh yeah, how do you know what a fish is? And Casey says, I spent my whole life behind a desk. And, he basically doesn't know what a threat is or a fish is. And then I think he brings up to Mobius. I don't know what, he's kind of this black woman, Minuteman, soldier of the TVA. He said this Loki's gonna turn me into a fish, and also see some Infinity Stones. They're not the look like lost its power because I think Loki sums up that it's useless in here. This is like nearly in the dying minutes of the episode. He also brings up this universe has power. Sorry about the dialogue, I can't remember. Sometimes when I attempt to review these shows, it's very hard to remember the dialogue that well. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of pop for that. And also we saw the emotion side of Loki in this episode. Basically when he saw his mother die, this is like a year later. We never saw the emotion side of Loki because they try to keep Loki strong. But seeing that emotion side, and then see Loki in previous episode of movies like in Dark World, then he appeared in Ragnarok helping Thor, and seeing not just his mother die, but Odin died. Odin didn't really die; he just kind of disappeared. And then he got in see his own death, got killed by Thanos. He's going to die because I think Mobius sums up we don't know about your past, but we've seen your past. We don't know your past, but know your whole life. And also there's one scene Loki was in an airplane, this called DBA Cooper, and his friends who tease he's got a bomb, but instead it's a bag of money, and he jump off a plane with a parachute and go back to Asgard. what's his name? DBA Cooper and we're not meddling about men. And Mobius said about maybe riding with you, surfing that, the sacred timeline. I don't know what is that reference of something. DBA Cooper, it's like Loki without the long hair. It's basically just Tom Hiddleston with his normal hair. I think that's just I think he was just wearing a wig for Loki, portraying the role as Loki in the Marvel movies and this show. It's just what it is. I know I can't really go laugh at that. It's a bit lame. Should have put more emphasis of that. But it's just whatever. He said about look Mobius said about you find a way to run away or get away. So and also in the end he said about we're hunting down this dangerous variant fugitive who keep killing and it could be you. And Loki says, beg your pardon, but it's kind of like, because it's not the Loki from the current timeline, he got killed by Thanos, but we don't know. That's kind of like a mystery. And then they've got this guy wearing the cloak, basically killing people. This is in Oklahoma, this is in the dying minutes, the final scene of this episode. Who is this mysterious person? I like this Disney Plus Marvel shows because they got more time to letting the fans guessing, who they are. We saw in WandaVision who started the whole Westview universe and the more about the flag smashes in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's just give time the fans to guess on what's going to happen throughout the whole show. So it really wraps up today's episode, really episode 1 of Loki. So yeah, it was a good episode to kick off the show. It wasn't a fantastic episode, but it was good for what it is. It's just guessing like I don't think Loki's going to be the main villain of this show. It's going to be someone else. I think Loki's going to be a villain without with going to that different route to become a hero or an anti-hero. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my review of Loki, the episode 1 of Loki. I might do this, sometimes I might do this on a Wednesday, or sometimes I might do it on the Thursday. It's one day or the other, so it's Wednesday or Thursday of my new reviews of the show Loki. It's only, like I said, 6 episodes, lasted a month. I think it ends on the 14th of July, so yeah. Leave your thoughts, comments section below, smash the like button, subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube for more wrestling videos, Marvel videos and more. And this is Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.